Welcome back to this stream. Let's see, this music's gonna blow up, so I'm gonna put it pretty low. This is the At the Ends of Eras development stream, and I have finally figured out how to make the how to make the little image and the little text for the music disappear at the same time. I finally figured out grouping in OBS. I'm learning. How long have I been streaming? 7 months now? This is going pretty well, I think. Anyway, speaking of 7 months of just breathtaking progress, I finally figured out, off stream yesterday, how to not have the game crash. Oh, it stopped working. Oh, there it is. So that's one thing that I need to work on today. I completely refactored my scene loading code, so it's completely asynchronous now. Well, it was already, but now it's better because it's in a separate file called the chunk loader, and it uses mutexes. I don't even know if some of these are needed anymore. Like the active mutex, I'm pretty sure isn't needed. I'll keep it, well, no. I figured out why the game was crashing sometimes. Hang on, this music's now getting kind of loud. Basically, let's open this up. This is the wrong folder, but okay. I can go to where I need to be. What was it, 1975? So this line, this if statement wasn't here before, and somehow when objects were getting deleted, so the nodes themselves were being deleted, and then inside them there were signals, and then this target of the signal's connection was null. So when it did this, it had a seg fault, and it wasn't providing any sort of stack trace, so it was just silently crashing. And I don't know why this was only happening when I'm loading resources and deleting nodes at the same time on separate threads, I think. But now it works. I could have an alternative workaround would have been to have some sort of mutex for deleting nodes and then what's it called? Loading nodes. So that way I can only do one at a time and can't like delete one node and load another one, which I don't know why still that resulted in this being null. I don't know why it was assumed that it could never be null in the first place. I don't know. But now I can do this. I can teleport, because basically this manifested as whenever I teleported, it would crash. So let's see if it crashes. Oh, okay. Well, egg on my face. I tested it a whole lot. I ran it like 80 times, but it crashed again. Hang on. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open a folder. now I'm streaming to my other hard drive, which is faster, but it's louder, and I have to press the power button on it, which is why I never use it. Let's open this up, because this is what I want. Let's close that. I don't need that anymore. I don't know why. Okay, so that must have been a red herring then, that particular crash. Because that stack trace was there, pointing to that exact line, and fixing that, I think, fixed something. I'm sure. At least I hope. But oh well. App data. Oh, cool. When you press tab in the Explorer, it doesn't autocomplete for you. It just exits and goes to the search bar because it's using the it's not using, what's it called, command line rules. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. This whole thing was a waste of time. I was up until like 2 in the morning trying to fix it. I'm happy to report that it was completely not relevant. But okay, we have teleport 12, and this is the issue, because these are the logs for the game. It doesn't report when it crashed. Like, it reports that I should have unloaded stuff. It reports that I've queued some stuff for loading. And then it doesn't do anything. So, okay, I'm going to test with having a mutex for deletions and actually having like a So there's still going to be the Q mutex. I'm also going to have the So what it's going to do is it's going to do Yuck, how do I want this to work? Because when I delete something, well, basically, I'll just show what happens if I don't have that. Let's see if I can just consistently reproduce the bug for now. So let's just remove all this. Okay. Because the most common way that I found to trigger the crash is okay. Let's see if I can get it to not happen. Okay. So it's in areas where it takes a long time to load stuff because in these places there's baked lighting. But okay, now it's not crashing because there wasn't a lot to delete. So if there's a lot to delete and a lot to load, so basically they're happening at the same time. Let's do 109 maybe? Well, the frame rate is getting bad. Did I mess something up? Because what I had before to work around this was when I teleport, it unloads all of the chunks. and then it does the teleport logic, which gets around it by just not worrying about what happens when they happen simultaneously. But if you die and you teleport, I don't want it to unload active chunks, because then like enemies would respawn and like things would get screwy. Like, because I want to have more direct control over everything, like which things do reset and which things don't. Oh. Also, the mutex syntax is kind of weird. Okay, so this thing is all screwed up. Was that the issue? I don't get it. I don't quite know. Maybe it's just a fluke. Let's try it again. Was it because this queue wasn't being fixed? Like, because this result wasn't being returned, that it was causing some weird issue? I don't think that would cause it. I think that would cause some other bug. Okay, that's weird. What exactly would happen if is queued always returned false? I believe what would happen is every time it did process update active chunks, if a chunk wasn't active, so if the load zone has the point, if the chunk loader isn't active, it queues loading. Otherwise, if it doesn't contain the point and the chunk is active, it queues the unload. So if it's active or it's queued, it returns. So basically, it would be adding the same object to the queue multiple times, but I think that's caught at multiple points. So like if we go up here to the actual thread loop, where's the load loop? Okay. So while it should run, it gets the queue size, then it pops the queue, and then while it has some value from the queue, it loads it. So that sets the queue to, that sets that value to active. Okay, I think I'm seeing where the bug would possibly run into issues. I think it would potentially add it multiple times into the queue, and then it would load the same object multiple times. I don't know why that would cause it to crash, and I don't know why it would cause it to silently crash. Because let's see, if we go here now, what are the most recent logs? Something there. Some from here. So these aren't really important because it's like the baked light mapping doesn't have something. Something, I think this is with the CSGs, certain constructions of CSGs can have this issue where they have like zero length vectors somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, so this just means there was an object in the baked lighting. It was removed. I don't know what that means, but I've seen that happen a lot. It doesn't cause issues as far as I know. I just realized the past few runs it hasn't crashed, so it doesn't matter. And it's indistinguishable from when it doesn't, from when it succeeds. Except that it's always, I think, unloading. It's always after something has been marked for unloading, though the problem is then that itself is like 2 frames away because it calls this deferred, and this delete method calls queue free, which then just goes through at the start of the frame, like the start of the next frame after that. Okay, whatever. Let's just see if I can like crash again. Boom. Okay. We're still in it. Also, the reason that I'm starting the game very briefly and then shutting it down is because Godot's logs are for the previous session for some reason. Like, this is from when it crashed. Aha. So we're getting a stack trace. I don't know if this is the right stack trace, though. We are teleporting. It's the same issue. Godot object 1975. But I built the game. Okay, I'm thinking maybe. So it's tools Godot core object. I don't know if this is actually. So it's this slot list now. If maybe the entire list is null? Let's try that. I'll just keep adding pointer references. Also, I'm kind of warming up to this. I've complained in the past how I think it's dumb how C++ and C have this arrow for pointers and this dot for structs. But now it's actually pretty useful because it's like, oh, this is a pointer reference. And oh, this is a pointer reference. Like, I don't need to live in the modern day with, the fancy syntax highlighting. I can live in the Stone Age like I am, just looking at it in a text editor and know instantly that this is where a pointer reference could be causing it. And I think it would make sense if something were null, and that was what was causing the seg fault. Though now I'm worried this slot count might be invalid. Because that would be another way for it to trigger like a segmentation fault. Either the pointer is bad, or this is bad because this is bad. And if it's because of a multi-threading issue, I have no idea what's being modified in the other thread. Because I've tried my best to not have any node things being done. Like, it doesn't even instance the packed scenes in the other node. It just loads them. But I don't know. And if this does fix it, I may want to create like a minimum viable product and then, or minimum reproduction and then file a bug report. and then eventually remove some of the mutexes so I can figure out what on earth is happening with them. Because I don't think I can delete nodes from another thread. Actually, I know I can't because the scene tree isn't safe. Like, I actually had to look up the documentation on what is considered thread safe. And even then, I'm still using mutexes where it says I don't need them. Like, dictionaries and lists where you don't change the size of it should be fine. Like, you can write and read to it from different threads without causing issues, though there'd still be data races or whatever, but okay. Let's see, and this is for the last session. That's weird. That's like a dumb thing. Like, I don't even understand what that means. Like, this is explicitly referencing the date of the run that I just did, but it's for the previous one. And we're getting the same thing. Or no, we're getting an entirely different... Okay, but this is good. We're now getting actual stack traces when it crashes, which I'm hoping are actually related, but they might not be. It might be some other thing, like the program exited and then it crashed, you know, because last time I couldn't even get... Actually, why don't I just get Visual Studio on the case? And then let's bring up the game. And then debug, attach to process, should be in here somewhere. At the ends of errors debug, attach. The game is dying horribly, but it's not. 35? What's even here? Nothing. It's weird. It feels like there are instances where like where it's based on like the application start itself. You know, because sometimes it's just instantly at the start, and then other times it's just not. And it feels like there's never an instance where, like, you know, it takes a few times. But I guess, well, no. I guess there are a few instances. But it feels highly based on something to do with the application start. Not like, it doesn't feel like each time that I do it, there's an equal probability. Also, Something's going wrong with my load code because it's not surviving this. Okay, exited with code 0. Let's start again. If I actually figure out what this is, I might just completely remove this, like, this chunk loading code and just revert back to my original code, because I don't even think it's related to what I was doing. Like, I don't think I was doing anything wrong with the threading. It feels like there's just some weird bug with deletion in here. Did I even change anything since the last time it crashed? Like, it feels like it's not crashing anymore. There we go. Data. So this data was null pointer. Okay, this is good. This erase from this disconnect. Okay, so in the destructor, there's something that's thread unsafe. But then why? Okay. So it feels like what's happening is there some other method that's making this null before, I think I have an idea of what it could be. So this program uses reference counting. I think it might be double freeing the application, like, simultaneously. Like, two different threads looked at the object and said, okay, it's time to delete this. And they both started deleting it at the same time. And so when one of them checked, like, is it null? And it's like, nope, it's not null. Okay, good. Then it, went on with its thing. What is this? I don't need that. Why do I need threads for? Because then it, deallocates it and sets it to null. So this erase is being called by two nodes simultaneously, I think, when a signal is disconnected. So this would explain why it happens with the larger nodes, because there's just a bunch more signals that have to be removed. But that doesn't explain why it's happening in two separate threads. Do I have references? Am I dereferenced, or... Because that would mean, essentially somewhere in here, the node is, like, being referenced, and then it's being removed, and then it's checking that it needs to be freed. So I might need to have it so that the load loop doesn't do anything with the actual node itself, which actually, I can do that pretty fine. So call defer, oh, whoops. Just have the node itself be, so this will be chunk string. Because I think it's that the chunk, or playing with the chunk and playing with the references to the chunk is causing its children to be deallocated or something, like because it's an orphan node. I don't know. I'm just not going to have the chunks ever mentioned at all. They're just going to pass strings back and forth. So add low res, that's going to be a string as well. I'll see. So I don't have any issues with the low res because that just starts at the beginning and it's not deleting anything at the same time. So let's see. Otherwise, what do I do? Load, set active name. Actually, where was that thread? So debug, or... yeah, debug Windows threads. Actually, is there something else in the same area? So like in this erase function. I don't think so. Also, there's a whole lot of worker threads. Is that ideal? I guess a lot of them are from the NT DLL and like audio. Or what is this? Okay, but oh well. I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna play with the nodes in the other thread. So it always calls deferred and then it adds the chunk and then it just passes the string to it. This node was created in the thread, so I'm gonna call that okay. Actually, maybe I won't. All right, let's try again. I'm not even going to bother with the attaching to the process. Oh. Okay. I guess I will bother attaching it to the process because that's still affecting it. What is happening then? I'm glad this isn't like the other bug where it was just silently failing and then in Visual Studio it was just coming up with error code 0, like it was successfully exiting. Which is why I was hesitant to even bother. But okay. And this is going to be, and it's fun, I was dealing with permissions issues, which are equally fun, at work today. And had to spend the entire day dealing with that. It took 2 hours to figure out why we couldn't edit a folder in one project, and it turned out that we still can't fix it. I just had to, we'll have to tell somebody else about it tomorrow. Epic. Force inline static void free. Tools.exe has triggered a breakpoint. Exception thrown. Memory free static false. So this is the main thread where we've broken. Wait, that actually would have been really important for me to know, to keep track of, like, which thread. So lots of things are going wrong, but it's all in freeing things. This is why all memory management should be manual. Because, like, I mean, what could it be? So it's memory free static pointer false. This is going wrong. But why is this? What is the exception? Let's see, what is our stack trace actually? Underscore free base. It doesn't have that in the thing. Test EAX EAX. Huh? Min kernel. What is this? Hang on. I don't have any... Well, the problem is I'm not very proficient with assembly, and I don't think that I could do anything meaningful with understanding this. Because it's like zeroing this out, then it's moving this into RCX, which is like... So this is some sort of heap. That's cool. Calling heap free. Where the hell is this anyway? Min kernel CRT is source app CRT. Oh, this is the common runtime, I think. Like, this is like a Windows thing that I'm in. Why is this highlighted? Is this the exception? Is this where the exception occurred? I don't know. But it came from here. And that came from here. Mem delete allocator. Free delete handler. Is trivially destructible. Mem delete handler A. So it's another thing. Okay, so it's another thing with this erase. So this list is causing me all sorts of issues. What is this exactly? No, this isn't anything like a list. This is just the allocator. Oh wait, no, it is the list. Okay, never mind. But I'm not even... Is it because... Okay, it has to be the mutex isn't doing what I think it's doing, or something like that. Where do I put things in multiple threads? So it's clearly then, it's gotta be that I haven't mutexed my arrays properly. And I think the only one that I have... Do I erase anything or like... So like these pops, I lock I lock this mutex, which I use for all of these queue operations. If the queue is empty, it returns null. Otherwise, it returns the front popped. And then it unlocks the queue, returns. With active, I shouldn't even need the mutex. But then maybe low res? But low res is only generated at the start. Because this load loop, it waits for this low res thread to end before it even starts loading in other entities in the game, which honestly is probably not a good thing, but so that shouldn't even matter, I don't think. And it's only saying like that only checks for the existence of things, but I guess it is adding things here. And also this is a dictionary. And also specifically this is for, okay. So it's still the same thing though. So it's in this connection. Yeah, so it's still exactly the same place where I'm getting issues. I'm just getting them deeper inside the object. Where now it goes this far before it has issues. I'm assuming you can't call free on a null pointer then, is what's happening, and like at some point this turns to null without it noticing, which I guess would be like out of nowhere. Yeah, it failed, you know, it would fail up there. So that's in the main thread. So that would mean, that should mean, that one of these other threads is still very close to where it's supposed to be. Let's see, which ones are like... So this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. I think these 4 might, or 5 might be the same thing. Concurrency details, STL condition variable, win 7, wait 4. So these are all waiting for a mutex. Is it this? So what is this? Get modified time, get blah blah blah. This is the resource loader. Okay. So this is, so it's loading something. That's good. But then why would it not? So it's absolutely something to do with loading at the same frame that an object is being deleted. Or at the same time an object is being deleted. I'm 90% sure that that's what's causing this. But why and how do I fix it? What is a workaround that I could do? I could have a deletion mutex. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try having a deletion mutex. So basically just var so function delete. It'll do it'll just free it in the same, so it'll be lock. Whoop. And then I'll do load. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it just right here. Because I want to avoid having like a deadlock. So I don't want to take a mutex for too long, or like have, because this set active also takes a mutex, so I don't want to have multiple mutexes taken at the same time. So it'll just take it right here, and then it'll call deferred. Is call deferred thread safe? That better be thread safe, or I'm gonna not use the engine anymore. Okay. Did I remember to set queue free or free instead of queue free? Let's do a okay. That run seemed pretty good. Okay, but not good enough. Maybe this does some, maybe this needs it. Let's just this does mean that now there's going to be some like monster lag whenever this happens, like, because this is waiting for the entire load to complete. Actually, hang on. Do I I gotta be able to not do that, right? Because like this means that the main thread has to wait on this loading whenever it wants to delete one of these nodes or add a new one. And that's terrible. Oh well, I'll just do this for now. Let's see if maybe this needs to be excluded as well, where it removes this child, because that could be, I don't know. I mean, this node isn't even affected by the same thing. I don't know why the same, well, yeah, I have no idea. Maybe they're connected at the same place somewhere. I feel like it's like less often. Okay, it's definitely not less often now. Alright, I'm gonna just delete this delete mutex because one, I don't like the performance ideas. Or the performance implications. Maybe I'll keep that there. Maybe not. And I would rather not be doing this, but it is something that has to be solved because, like, I don't want the game to crash when the player dies and respawns, because that's right before it saves again. I mean, I guess I could save the game. Whatever. I'm not going to do that. Let's get at the ends of errors debug. Let's alrighty. So we're still getting the same error. I wonder if I just made it single-threaded. Well, So like all of these are waiting. What are they waiting for? Condition.wait. Threaded callable. Self semaphore.wait. Script server thread exit. A thread, okay, so there's a thread callable queue. I don't know what this means. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Thread callable queue. I assume this is a data type. Okay, it seems to be a job queue. So it's a because it's a concurrent queue, I'm assuming, that does something specific with callables. Because callable essentially is at least Godot 4's expression of like callbacks. Or function pointers, or first class functions, or whatever. Maybe it's this thread func. Okay, but basically, I'm assuming that these are going to be safe because they are just waiting for something with a mutex. Because this is definitely concerning. And then this. So this is my thread still, because what we do is it loads all of its things, and then once it's loaded, once the queue is empty, it'll wait for 50 milliseconds over and over again until it has more stuff in the thread. And that way, it's not doing a hot loop where it's like burning up the CPU. Yeah, and we can see right there. So what did it do right after this, or right before this then? It printed. I don't think printing is going to be an issue, but you know what? Why not? Let's just not even say, I don't know if printing is safe. I don't know if anything is safe. Because it seems like object deletion isn't safe. And also now, well, I know that the logging doesn't do anything really. Like, I haven't gotten any useful information from it other than, like, what have I gotten from it? Not really anything, honestly. Any more print statements? I'll put those back if I have bugs that are actually like logic bugs instead of this nonsense. All right. So I think this thread isn't very interesting anymore because it's not doing anything. I think maybe I'm setting up something in another thread, but this isn't even this isn't a node. So I don't know why it would be deleting signals. Well, no, I don't know. I guess maybe I should figure out what type of object is being freed, because it seems like it can be anything. Because all of these have signals, I think. So let's, that's not useful. Reattach to process. Oh, nice. That's useful. I didn't know it actually would like reattach to a different process with the same name. Actually, the weird thing is, it shouldn't be... Right, okay. That makes sense. The earlier you exit out of the console, the earlier it can start trying to load the nodes. So then the more likely, I don't know. Basically, we're in the exact same situation that we were before. We're in this thread now. This is a worker thread. So last time we were in the main thread. Why is this erasing things? Okay. So now we're in the right place. This thread should not be deleting objects, I think. Or it shouldn't be deleting something that's already deleted. So let's see. What is the string name? This. Edited script. So I think the script is not null. Maybe it is. Class name, class pointer, Script instance binding. The problem is, this is null now. I think it's nulled out. Is it? No, okay. Well. Yeah, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna swap this to after we do the signal map erase, because I think, oh, hang on, because I think this is what's gonna be causing issues wherever the disconnect is. It's like that and that and that. So what if I just put, so now I know what the name is. Wait, no, okay, that's not actually, okay. I need to go back to here. I need to figure out if so it's definitely this thing. Signal map concurrency bugs. So yeah, this stuff, I don't need to, I'm not even gonna like keep this anymore, because this is clearly, well, I clearly have to solve the actual bug. Because I can't whack moles forever, so let's not whack any of them. S equals signal map next. RC. So an object has to have, I think at some point, it has a name. I'm gonna put the music back on. I'm not even wearing my headphones anymore. So I think you guys can have some music. Okay, this is a fun little brain teaser. I'm gonna put this at the end. Also, this still needs to be, hang on, I need to, let's clean this out. Let's get that compiling. I'll be back in a minute, because I'm gonna get some water. I smell spaghetti. It's good, I want some. But okay, we got our lovely thing. So that compiles, but it's not probably, well, then at least we get the script. I just realized this is not even useful. I need the object. Is it this? No, that's the reference count. Oh, that doesn't even need to, hang on. I'm gonna just clean up my mess. I'm not even gonna bother with having that. It needs to crash more. Because I can't put band-aids on a ship, or on the cracks of a sinking ship. I wonder if I can call toString on the, I know you can do some C++ expressions, I think in Visual Studio's debugger. What's the default? String ret equals toString, return get class. Okay, so it's just a virtual function. I was hoping there was like a field that was set, but I guess it makes sense that there wouldn't be. All right, from the top. I don't know why this is only happening to me. I've done a lot of parallel loading. I guess I'm the only one doing a lot of parallel unloading at the same time. But that doesn't make any sense. It feels like this should have been, like, a lot of the things that I encounter feel like things that somebody else should have encountered. Like, what was it? Saturday or Thursday or something. I was doing no, it was Saturday. I was using the kinematic body, and the move and collide function does not consistently report the collisions when you move. You'll still collide with things, it just won't tell you what you collided with. And it's like, this feels like it cannot be something that other people haven't noticed, because it's such basic functionality. Because it's like, look at how much engine there is. How could it not have, like, just like, I don't know, like, how could simple functionality like that be missing, but you can, like, edit all common, like, subtype data at the same time and stuff like that. It's just weird. It feels like something has to be going wrong with my specific project, but I cannot for the life of me figure out what I'm doing wrong with these things. Like, here now, okay, let's go back to the world. Or let's go back to the chunk loader. Because I was having this bug even when I was just sending off one node to the resource, or to the separate thread. And now I'm queuing up nodes, so I have mutexes all over the place. And I can even have mutexes for when the object loads, or when I'm loading a resource and when I'm deleting a resource through free. And it doesn't work. Or I'm still getting crashes, so it can't even be related. It's like not even fundamentally related to queue free. Or, well, whatever it is. It doesn't really do anything with loading, I don't think. It has only to do with deletion. And for some reason, I'm deleting the same object from multiple threads at about the same time, which would definitely, I think, cause, I don't know, a bunch of things to go invalid at the wrong time. Like, pointers that weren't null are now null. Like, if this, memdelete this, oh, it's already null. Now you crashed. You know, now you get a segmentation fault. It's just like, okay. So I just have to keep running it again and again and again. And keep track of like every object that is freed and try and figure out how that translates to the scripting. Because like if push comes to shove, I'll just have to not have like parallel loading. Which is also not great. Debug, reattach. Yeah. Very clear. Type equals, huh? Okay, like that seems right, but why? This is very confusing. Wait, where am I? I'm in a worker thread. And what's causing issues, what is this, an input? So an input event mouse button. Is being unreferenced. And it's being deleted. Is that supposed to happen? Are these supposed to be deleted in a separate thread? I mean, that would make sense that input events are deleted. Visual server wrap empty thread loop. Flush one. What? I don't think this is even the right place. Hang on. I'm thinking this might have been a colossal waste of time. Because what's happening now is I'm freeing the visual server, which I'm pretty sure only happens when the game is over. So what exactly is happening in the main thread right now? BT hatched overlapping pair cache process all overlapping pairs. Okay, so this is in the physics server. No, this is also deleting things. So So what the hell are we doing? Flush, delete, queue. No, okay. This is the delete queue. So yeah, I don't quite get what I'm looking at. I don't need this diagnostic tools. So this is my thread. My thread was just waiting this whole time. Like, it's not even doing anything important. Yeah, this one's also doing something. It's clearing out this input event mouse button, which was a variant, which was in here. So, okay, so the map was going out of scope, I think. But this is the entire rasterizer being freed. Why is this being freed? My thinking is, so the reason I was saying that it might be a colossal waste of time is I think the application has already exited from the error, and I'm just getting a crash while it's exiting. Like that this is some completely unrelated thing where it's like, it's decided it's time to go. Because like who authorized this? Command base command mem read pointer. So this read pointer So yeah, this was a command from somewhere. I don't know where these command members come from. Let's try and figure that out. Now, is this? Well, one, how does this actually relate to everything else here? So like this is the thread that I'm curious about. Like why is there a map that contains like input events that's somehow related to the GLES renderer? And so our visual server has a thread, and it queues up, or it gets these commands, and it was told to exit, and that's already kind of concerning. So what's this thread doing? This one's waiting. This one's also, what is this? Yeah, all these are waiting. This one's freeing. This one's just doing whatever. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna put this over here. I can't see any patterns in this. I'm not good enough at this crap. Okay, let's just say it's dead. Let's try this again. Let's just keep trying this a bunch and see if we see a pattern. I wish I had spaghetti. Hmm. What? Did I just I just typed it. I must have typed it wrong like 8 times without even realizing what was happening. I think this might either be a short stream or a very long stream. Okay, let's reattach. Debug. Reattach. I don't know what's happening there, but okay. Now where are we? What is the difference? What is the same? Propagate after exit branch. I'm not seeing much in the way of like similarities here. Like most threads are waiting, the main thread's doing whatever. We're freeing something in a secondary thread. But let's see if it's the same place. It's the same place. So it's when... Why is the visual server being freed? Like, that genuinely doesn't make any... Hang on. I think we're going to have to break out the big guns here. Which is to say, I'm going to have to compile in debug mode without release debug, because I'm thinking there must be something with that. Like, there must be things that I'm missing. And the debug build is dog shit slow. So it's like unusably slow. Like, it's impossible to actually play. But hopefully the bugs don't disappear. And also it's going to take a while. You know what? Screw this. I'm going to make a pizza while I'm waiting. You know what? Enjoy the compilation screen while I do this. Pizza in the oven. Pizza inbound. Why is my music off? Oh, it's just very quiet. Let's see. Also, I've been playing Doom recently. As it turns out, it's a pretty fun video game. You should try it. Like, I really liked, I think it was E2M2. It's the one with a bunch of shipping containers, and you gotta, and it's like, it very heavily tilts towards just using your bare hands. Like, there's a bunch of upgrades, or the power-ups for, like, doing, like, quad damage, but no ammo. Oh, hi. Yeah, basically, I have some multi-threaded loading, but I'm having silent crashes, and it seems to be, well, I think what's happening is that it's exiting before I can actually see what's crashing, and then it's crashing, and then it's like actually generating a stack trace for an unrelated error as it's deallocating everything. But I think what's happening is I can't delete objects and load objects from different threads. I don't know. But I've been trying to be very thorough about not actually, like, doing thread unsafe operations, so I can't quite figure out what's happening. Because, like, I call deferred and stuff like that. Yeah, so now I'm compiling the application in full debug mode, not even debug release mode. So hopefully I should get some better error messages, I think. Or at least be able to more easily read the, I don't know, the problems. Actually, I'll also launch it from the command window. Let's get another one open. I'll keep this one on this side. I don't think I remember to save the thread from this one. Yep, whoops, I accidentally I copied the same threads. Let's see, I'll try to look at this again. But I think, well, I guess this doesn't tell me very much anymore. But I'm thinking, what could possibly be causing the game to exit peacefully from, like, a multi-threading bug? Well, I guess I've seen Stack Overflows do that. So, what I'm gonna do is, let's get our bin back here. I need debug tools? Or just this? Okay. So I'll pull this over here. I need to see, I should make a test project to see if, one, if Stack Overflows cause the game engine to exit like this. project. I think what would be interesting, now that I'm thinking about, just from an architectural standpoint, I just had a fun idea. So, one of the issues that I'm coming up with is that there's like some sort of function like, that are queued, like, so it's just like a stack of, or just a list of integers. I think maybe if there was like a mini stack trace attached to each command that was sent off to another thread, that would help a lot with debugging. I don't know the performance impact of that. It'd be non-negligible, I guess. But then again, you don't usually send off a bunch of commands in one frame for a lot of things. Okay, but anyway, I need to project no. I just need to start the engine. So this is what the engine is like in debug. Good, it did crash. There's no printing here. Yeah, I looked through that. But I'm getting a very strange set of issues. But yeah, basically, the main thing was making sure that my threads have, or that any array that's increasing in size, or dictionary as well, is mutex off. So basically, anytime I deal with these threads, I do a mutex lock, so that way no other thread can access this queue. Then I do this, like I do my stuff with the queue, then I unlock it. Then I do the same with my active, where it's like, to check if it's active, you first lock the mutex, then you set the value, then you unlock it, and then you go. And that way, if two threads try to do two actions at the same time, only one will read it, and then the next will write it, or the other way around. But yeah, I'm getting a very funky thing where the error, at least the one that I'm seeing in Visual Studio, is the visual server like shutting down, which makes me think that I must be getting like something wrong. I don't know. But let's do actually, what if I did how do I queue commands? So it's Visual Server wrap MT free. What was it again? It was this one. So this was being called, and then that was throwing the error. So maybe if I find out where this is being called, I can put a breakpoint there. But anyway, what I'm going to do actually is start this up, attach a process. Maybe. And I've had similar errors in the past. So debug, attach to process. Oh yeah, now there's none of them. This one. So let's try teleporting to 124. Oh. I'm also going to set the audio lower or mute it. Okay, that one's not working. And it's very weird. It's like, it either happens very soon after I start running the program, or I have to do it like dozens of times for it to hit. So it's like, when I teleport, I don't know, or there's something wrong, I don't know. Yeah, like that. It either immediately happens or it doesn't happen at all. I forgot to, god damn it. I forgot to reattach to the process. Okay, debug, reattach to process. Attach. Now it's all screwed up. Options. Well, I'll just not have full screen then. Okay. So here we have the same issue. So let's see. So we're disconnecting things. It's a gradient texture that's being freed. Visual server raster free. Where's that coming from? Space separated list declare command 13. What? Huh? Okay, so we're flushing one command. We're getting this. Struct command base. Sync command. Oh, sorry. That's my oven. I'm preheating for a pizza. So that's very important. So I'm going to be back. How do I mute? Alright, I have 12 minutes until that pizza's done, so we gotta fix this. But I'm gonna enjoy that pizza while I work. Or just not, or just stop streaming and give up. But okay. So, it's declaring some weird thing here. Declare command 0. Okay, what the hell is this? Command --n. Public command base. Comma separated list, type param n. Comma separated list arg n. I'm gonna assume, so it's a command, I guess, that takes... That can't be right. 13 parameters? No way. No, okay. It's the type... Okay, no. Why would they use macros for this? So what is command 0 then? What even is... This is so... This is a psychotic way of writing the code. Okay. And it's called command 1, even though it's declared command 0. Is there an enum of the commands? Is it really? Oh no. I'm pretty sure it literally is. So it's a... No, that can't be. That's impossible. So I have to figure out what the fuck function this is, where this is called, why it's called this. Okay, let's go through this. Absolute psychopath designed this thing. So they have a macro to define a template class, to define a callback, I would genuinely punch whoever wrote this code in the face. So what does this mean? Declare command 0, like, what's the point of it? Declare command n, it's like, class m, comma n. I think all this nonsense is just to have... So it's just to make variadic length functions, I guess? I hope they got rid of this code for Godot 4. This is unreadable. So much ceremony for just like just a 13 parameter functions that go from 1 to 13. So I guess it also has the... Okay, so I guess it's for variadic length functions, which have variadic length, which are then, like, based on these commands. So it's like command length, and then a space-separated list of the, like, parameter types and the length of them. Okay, and so what I'm in is a command 1 visual server void :call. What is that? Is that just the dereference function? So it's visual server : star. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I still don't know if this is actually the bug. I mean, I guess it has to be, maybe. But it's like, what's going on in the main thread? It's doing nothing. It's like... It's removing a thing from a list. No, it's doing the exact same thing. It's disconnecting things. But it's doing it on a collision object, and this is doing it on a gradient. And I still... This must be unrelated, I think. Because it's not like this is freed every frame. Because my thread is just sleeping. But I hate this so much. This is so horrible. I heard my pizza, I think, just flop and let some good cheese go into the bottom of my oven. Like, there had to have been a better way to do this. And it's like, so what even is the command that was passed? Was it just to dereference it? Like, how do we get to here? test cube? Oh no, it's some sort of visual instance. No, actually, no, it's not. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, that's my pizza. I'll be back. Okay, and I'm realizing now I'm kind of an idiot. It's not freeing its entire self. Like, it's not a destructor. It's freeing whatever's associated with this resource. So it's going through storage and then canvas, viewport, scene render, and it's freeing all that stuff. So this is... So this is in the visuals server thread. Oh, sorry. I just realized the BRB screen. Yeah, it's freeing something associated with this resource ID. Not just freeing the entire server, which is what I thought it was doing. So I think I might be on the right track. Also, I'm going to eat some pizza while I think. And I'm not even going to bother muting. No, maybe I will. But I don't get what else could possibly be invalidating this, I guess is my main question, because it's like, why would I care about, you know, deallocating the gradient texture that was apparently being freed? Like, maybe I'm calling Q free on the same node multiple times. But that surely has to be something that's been done before. Because it's like, okay, so I guess now I kind of have an understanding of what's happening. These things are being queued to free. And for some reason, something else is messing with them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create, excuse me, a new test project. I shouldn't have exited out of Visual Studio, but oh well. I was too busy eating pizza. I don't know why I opened up the wrong application. Because it needs to be new project. Games Graveyard? Godot bugs? This pizza's pretty good. It's chicken Alfredo pizza. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that is what it is. And specifically, I think it's trying to free the same node from two different threads at the same time. So I'm going to try to make a minimum product, or a minimum project that reproduces that. Let's see, I guess I'll start from the very minimum of just trying to deliberately induce that bug. It'll be like, I don't know, node. This might not quite do what I want because it seems to be freeing resources specifically, so I don't think... Oh well. Let's just try it. Actually, I'll save these as separate scenes. This is the wrong thing. So reload loop. So basically, so that I don't get any issues with the mute or with the array itself, I'll just lock it with a mutex and check both of these values. And then if we reload 0, it'll be does the load function, is the load different from resource loader.load? Hang on. Well, I don't get it then. If it was just, hang on, I'm gonna do what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna test switching it out for resource loader.load, because that could be it. Well, it's unlikely, but it might be. And then if worst comes to worst, I can just use the resource loader interactive in the same thread, which will dramatically lower frame rate for long periods of time, but that's okay, because it's not going to freeze the game for several seconds at a time. Load res. Actually, let's call deferred. Because I know this isn't thread safe to add children to a node. Actually, I need this to be while true. I also need to set this to this might work. Let's just start it. Let's see how this goes. Oh, this isn't even used. Oh, self preload loop. I just realized that this is not going to work. Or that's not going to be what I want. I want this to be process, and it's just going to do it once a frame. And I'm going to eat some more pizza. I don't actually know what I'm doing. But I'm gonna try just adding a bunch of children now. And it'll do like a print. And it'll also load, and it'll print load. Okay, so it's kind of doing... I need more things. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a... actually, I know what I'm going to do instead. Let's make a new folder called and it'll be while true. How does this work? Oh yeah, there's some dumb way of... Okay, if not... Okay. Do I need to close? I don't know if I do. I don't know if these mutexes even do anything, so I'm just going to make it an arms race. So this will just load as fast as it can. So I have sprite 0. I guess I just have to add a bunch of new scenes now. That's not going to do anything. Let's have a new spatial material on one of these. And then a new one. So it'll be a user interface and it'll have a new gradient again. Actually, I'll make it a gradient texture 2D. Oh, that's barely anything. We need to push this thing. Double that again. Now we're getting some loading. Let's do another 2D scene. Let's do a Alright, let's see what happens now. nothing. Oh, okay. I have to load the, How do I do this? So I can see them loading in and freeing out. What if I did, if c dot what if I just delete, or what if I just duplicated all of these? So I think those are unique. Oop. This may not be enough, though it is horribly flashing. Let's put that in the side here. Yeah, I don't think that's doing what I want it to do. What if it's... Hang on. Rendering. Threads. Multi-threaded. Will this cause errors? Because it seems like it might be that the multi-threaded rendering, which is what I use in the other project, may be the issue. I don't know. Okay, that's not working. Let's see if Godot's multi-threaded rendering has gotten any recent love. Because it might be that there is some bug that they haven't fixed, I don't know. Hmm. You know what? I'm going to test by putting a mutex around the nodes, or around the free algorithm, because I know exactly which it is. It's the signals list. So if I can just... Oh, I forgot I closed the folder. What does it see? Tools, Godot. Let's select this. Because it seems like it's very particular, so it may not be something that I can easily trigger outside of this. But if it's because the multi-threaded rendering isn't very battle tested, let's see. Let's go to object. Core OS mutex. Does this import everything that I need? I don't think it does. I'm gonna just import. So this is gonna be very fun. Oh wait, no. Oh wait. Read write lock. Is that might be the same thing, but I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm gonna have a mutex. So I'm just gonna have oh, okay. That's good. Does it have a constructor actually? I don't know if it needs one. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close this because that wasn't very helpful. And when we do this, we will do a Oh. I'm gonna get more slices of pizza and more water while this compiles, and I go insane. Wait, doesn't new in C++ create a pointer? I don't think I did that right. I mean, it's compiling still. You would think it would have crashed long ago, or failed to compile long ago if it wasn't accepting it, but... It compiled 99.9% of this fucking game. Before, okay, well, it's because it's the H. Or it's, yeah, it's because I is compiling the header, so I shouldn't have to compile all that stuff again. Okay, so that was, Hopefully the performance impact of every single object having a mutex that it then has to lock isn't gonna devastate the performance too bad. I mean, it's already debugged, so it's gonna be slow, but let's run it from here. If it's because a different object gets deleted and then it somehow has to reference it, that'll be really sad. So I'll pretend that isn't a possibility. Uh-oh. I wonder if it's either going very slow or it potentially deadlocked. I don't know how deadlocked though. Phew. Okay, good. Ah, there we go. As God intended. Godot in her natural beauty. Observe the delicate dance of the shaders compiling. Promising. Nope. Nope. Still getting it. From 1977. And nothing of value was gained all day. And I was so excited for that. Alright, what I'm gonna do is compile that, and in the meantime, I have a lead on what is the issue, which is these connections are not thread safe. And somehow they're being invalidated as they're being freed in the visual server specifically. And I have a few workarounds, which are to simply not use threads, which is not a very great workaround, but it's a workaround, I guess. Oh, interesting. I guess it's basically the same as it was. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. I don't care. Alright, well, this was a pretty cool stream. See you tomorrow when I do something else.